or soccer as many of us call it, is the most widely played sport in South Africa. There's probably no quicker way to break the ice with a South African on the street than to demonstrate some knowledge of local soccer. To this man on the street, the life of a footballer is glamorous, made up of photo shoots, travelling and living fabulously. And though this may be true, there is a dark side of the game, where the truth is quite different.
The football industry has grown in leaps and bounds over the years. And in fact, some of the most highly paid athletes are actually in soccer. However, there's still challenges as a result of lack of financial education, ignorance, and poor financial management, which are at the root of people retiring into poverty, especially our most loved soccer players.
Players do not have you don't have a comprehensive medical aid. These are some of the things that we are still discussing. A comprehensive medical aid, minimum wage, the retirement annuity for the players, your personal insurance that you can have.
This painful evidence points to the fact that our footballers are not adequately preparing during their active career to lead a fulfilled post-field life.
The relationship between Safpu and Old Mutual on financial literacy is long overdue.
The paramount importance of this relationship with Old Mutual is that through their program, On The Money program, the players, they will be taught about financial literacy. They will be taught about how wisely to invest their own monies. They will be taught about a number of, your trust account, what to do if they want to go to school, what savings they must follow on.
So as Old Mutual, we've partnered with Safpu to enable positive futures and bring some stability, financial stability in the lives of the players as well as their families. And this is why we decided to form a partnership to go and impact the lives of players.
While peer and public pressure may form a major part of the problem, players need to be responsible with the income they earn during their careers. In some instances, due to lack and the absence of a guiding hand, players who once lived in modesty find themselves with more money than they can handle. Many times they squander and entertain instead of saving and investing.
The Players Union and Old Mutual partnering, it is a very great, very powerful initiative, because when you think about it, footballers in South Africa struggle financially. I mean, we are not actually educated about getting a lump sum. I mean, you come from nothing and now you've got a lump sum and you don't know what to do with it.
I think it's very important for people to invest their own money or start saving as they would like. I mean, how many examples must you read of in newspapers, magazines, former professionals living with their parents, haven't invested in houses or other assets as such?
I think for us as soccer players, it's very important, and because we've got a life after football. It's very important that we invest and we know how to use our money, because football ends around when you are around 34, 35, and you to be honest, you're still young.
As a former player, any effort being done to improve the lives of the players is welcomed. Hence, this initiative is very important, because we're in a journey where we would like to see that the players in the past cannot live or be found to be having the same problems with the players in the future.
It's very important, and I encourage players, South African players, to come in and join, and it will only benefit us. It's not like it's benefiting the South African Football Players Union only. So it's important for us as players to come together and give it a try, and let's see what's going to happen when we retire. We're going to have enough money to keep on living.
The sports and education, they go together, and business and sports are together. We need to help our children for schoolwork. We need to read what is written about us. we need to be able to read our contracts.
We know as soccer players, we sign contracts left, right and center. You know, there's those fine prints where we don't read. We just see the money. When they say the contract is 50,000 for argument's sake, we just sign for that.
Well, I think it's a great initiative from itself in Old Mutual, especially for Amapula as well, like Tina NFD, where bazohelpa in terms of protector ama-imali zethu and investor wisely and help to maybe siqale sibuyele esikoleni futhi in terms of education.
If you look at our players, they've been involved in car accident, so we need to encourage them so that they can be able to cover themselves, especially during that time, so that they could be able to survive after those accidents and so forth.
Football is not going to be there long term. It's a short-term career and life goes on after that, and I think this is a really powerful initiative.
The establishment of Safpu TV has been long overdue, in particular for an organization of the stature that Safpu is, as big as Safpu is, to be able to communicate our own messages, to be able to communicate directly to the players, to be able to allow the players to communicate with the public, to be able to communicate with all other stakeholders, you know, that are contributing in the game, to get to understand exactly what are the issues that are raised, to understand about the issues that players go through. So we believe that this Safpu TV will begin to tell them the good things about, you know, the players, you know, the challenges that the players are faced with, and all these other issues. But importantly as well, is so that, you know, with the supporters, we are able to interact directly as well with the players themselves, because that is very important.
Perhaps Bill Shankly, the legendary ex-manager of Liverpool FC, said it most aptly. Some people think football is a matter of life and death. I assure you, it's much more serious than that.
Let the past generation of players be the last of the doomed footballing generations.